You're so stupid.
Yeah.
Are we recording now? Are we in? What are we doing?
Yes, we're on, baby. We're on. What's up, dude? What's up?
All right. Hey, look, welcome to another episode of Cheap Shots. Micah Warren along with Luther Broughton.
We're still on the
air. Luther Broughton was a 5-year tight end in the NFL, for those that don't know.
They don't.
And actually, you know what? And we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it at a certain point. The Eagles, we actually have a real reason to talk about the Eagles, whereas we used to just talk about them because we, I don't know, had nothing else to go through. But Luther, we talked a little earlier, and you had some real hot takes on Afghan refugees. Did you want to share that now?
Yes. So, no, I actually don't. I want to talk about the Eagles. I know it looks like I'm looking down.
Do you want to start with the Eagles? We're going to go through the whole NFL.
Why don't you want to start with the Eagles? Get this started while I send this to the group and let them know we're live streaming now.
Okay, do that, and we'll start with a game that no one gives a rat's ass about, which is the Jaguars and the Texans. If there's a game that anyone cares less about, I would love to hear about it.
Why do we have to talk about Urban Meyer like that?
All right. Well, we're going to go through the whole league. I don't know that anyone really cares about Urban Meyer.
Nah, and he's probably going to USC in a couple.
Trevor Lawrence looked relatively sharp. And you know what?
He looked
3 picks is not good. 3 picks.
But you know who had 3 picks in their first game as well?
Probably Peyton Manning
and Andrew Luck.
Yeah, they like to chuck the ball to the other team.
But you know,
good on the Texans not having Deshaun Watson.
Well, the Jags are bad, and the Texans actually have a veteran quarterback. The Jags,
I love Tyrod Taylor. He's Ryan Black Patrick. He's that guy, and I know I'm being totally racist. I know I'm being racist.
I thought when we were off the air, we discussed the fact that
not being racist.
You weren't going to be completely racist, and you even decided to dim your lights today.
I violated
darker,
it. Yeah,
to look darker. So that's like having blackface. So you
come on, blackface.
I don't know what's going on with you lately.
Stop it! No, but my point being, Tyrod Taylor to me is a great seat holder.
He's a great seat holder, and I like Tyrod Taylor. I've always liked.
I love him. I love Tyrod Taylor, and he can win you some games.
But wait, so we did the pick'ems last week, and stupidly I didn't write them down, but I remember picking the Texans. I remember picking the Jags. So I was completely wrong on that. So
I think I picked the Falcons, which we haven't even gotten to yet. Our buddy Zach at the who's one of our bosses. I call everybody our bosses. I kind of picked the Falcons, and that was not a good idea.
Hey.
I don't remember who I picked, but you know what, Luther? Moving forward, let's try and document our picks.
Let's try to document our picks
so that we can at least hold ourselves accountable. Okay.
Yeah. Let's spit
Mr. Producer will document your picks this week and let you know beforehand what your picks are. The Mr. Producer reminder.
Okay. I appreciate that. Yeah. Put our feet to the fire. I get it.
Well, I know I picked the Jags last week and just a little bit outside. But
tried the corner and missed.
But we spent 3 minutes on that game. I think we just spent 2 minutes and 48 seconds too long.
Okay. All right, so we'll go to the next one. The Chargers and the Washington football team.
No. Let's go to the game of the week. I'm ready. I've already sent out.
What do you got? What?
The information regarding the live stream to my Facebook feed, and I want to go back to this. Hold on. Let me pull this back up because I want them to hear it. While I'm finishing off my Eagle Rare.
Oh, my elite bourbon.
Yes.
So for those that don't know,
this weekend,
well, look,
my Braves had a game on Saturday night, which I partook. Whatever. Well, I just made that up. Went to see the Braves. Did nothing else besides go to the room.
F the Braves. I swear to God, I can't stand them.
Whatever. And then I got to sleep in and rest up for my Eagles. And what's crazy is one of my buddies is a coach for the Falcons. And he got me seats and he said, you can't wear Eagles gear, right? And I said, yeah, I know. Well, one of my other buddies from college that lives in Atlanta and has a law firm called me and said, Lou, I know you're in town. I said, yeah. He said, I got two tickets to the suite. So I gave the tickets back to my buddy's wife so they can use. And I was the lone Eagles fan in the suite and had a ball. We looked. Listen, the Falcons suck, right? The Falcons suck.
They do suck.
And I'm going to talk about them in a little bit, but the Eagles looked like not a bad team. We looked really bad last year because our quarterback, we didn't get much from the quarterback last year. Yesterday, we looked like a legitimate football team that's ready to play football. What say you?
First of all, I think at least 70% of it I had to listen to it on the radio because I was dropping my daughter off in the middle of Allentown.
You record the game and go watch it?
I picked it up around 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Watching.
So not dedicated.
So I had to listen to Merrill Reese and Mike Quick, which is fine. Whatever, I'll live. I think the Falcons blow. I really do. I think they're terrible. I really do think they're terrible.
But
if you're a good team, you punish bad teams.
I think we punished them the other.
They could have punished them worse. I felt Luther. I felt bad for that left guard Mayfield.
Oh my God.
He got abused. Like he would have the right to go to the police and say, I've been abused. Listen, I really think so. He got abused.
That expensive SD line came to play.
Dude, Javon Hargrave was just wrecking people. Now, I don't understand why Hassan Ridgeway had 2 defensive holding penalties. I get it with this. That's got to be zone blocking, right? I mean, right?
Yeah, they'll grab.
If you go zone blocking and you start to catch somebody, you're gonna get a holding penalty.
Emphasis on that this year, but whatever, man.
I just think the Falcons are really bad. I think the Falcons could have been.
Let's talk about the Eagles. This is our team.
From what it sounds like, Jalen Hurts was very careful with the ball.
He was careful. He didn't turn it over. I don't think he threw an interceptable ball. He was poised. He escaped a little early a couple times, but I'm cool with that because you know what that guy does? He turns a 2nd and 18 into 3rd and 2 by just escaping a sack and getting 4 yards, even if he doesn't get.
And he's not even a great runner, Luther. I know you've said it. I've talked to you before. He's not a great runner. He's good.
He's a really good runner, and that means a lot. He's a really good runner,
but he's not Michael Vick.
Well, who is? I mean, why do you?
Fair enough.
Saying I'm not Idris Elba. Of course not. I'm pretty good looking, but I'm not Idris Elba.
No, you're not though. But you're not.
Yeah, whatever. Well, Devontae Smith looks.
Dude, five catches for 51 yards and a touchdown in the first half of your first game.
Yeah. Finished with 6 for 71. If it was a closer game, he probably would have had more.
Slim Reaper. They ran the ball in the second half.
I
give Sirianni credit for that. Now, if you listen to WIP today, it's just I don't know how to say this nicely.
Unsatisfied. Listen, man. I was bad teams. We played a bad team and we beat the bad team. We beat the bad team by 26 points.
Beat the brakes off of them.
We beat the brakes off them. They scored 6 points.
And that was the first 2 drives, Luther.
The Eagles played well. And I'm pretty happy with the performance. I am happy about Jordan Mailata.
He's got a problem this week with Joey Bosa,
and that's fine. He
okay.
played. He just got paid, and he needs to earn his money. Whatever. He's a left tackle. He's gonna have problems every week. So
yes, you're right.
Let's jump on the Falcons a little bit. I know we didn't go in depth on the Eagles, but the Falcons are so bad. How do you not trade down from number 4 when everyone wanted that pick to take a tight end?
Yeah. So that's the highest. That's the highest pick a tight end has ever been taken. Is 4.
Nothing about the guy, right?
Nothing about Kyle Pitts. It's just you have other problems?
You have so many other problems and so many people wanting Kyle Pitts for one, and other quarterbacks that they were giving up a lot to move up.
Their lines stink. Their offensive line is not good. Their defensive line is not good. The only chance they had to get any pressure was to blitz, because their front 7 just is not. It's just not good.
Look good either.
Are you a Matt Ryan hater?
No, I'm not a Matt Ryan hater.
I think he's a good player.
No, their quarterback didn't look good. I didn't say I hate Matt Ryan and he's not good. I said their quarterback didn't look that good.
He's not good enough. He's not.
Especially not the small amount of talent they have on that team.
I mean, they have Calvin Ridley and that's it.
Yeah,
and maybe Pitts.
I'm enjoying that because my buddy coaches running backs. I'm a little biased, but yeah. Well, I picked the Eagles in that game, so points for me. And
I think I took the Falcons because I think Zach ragged on me for that.
Yeah, you took the
Falcons. So you look at the rest of the division. On one hand, and we talked about this before, the Cowboys lost, but they didn't. I mean, they look good.
They lost.
You're going to lose to the Buccaneers. That's probably going to happen.
Yeah, they're not going 16-0. They lost the game. And
if you're going to lose a game, that's the one to lose.
Yeah, well, we're on top of the division. I don't care. I think the Cowboys still win the division. However, the Eagles won. We're on top of the division. And the Giants stink.
Okay. Let's jump to that game while we're at it.
Another game that the Giants played the Broncos, and Teddy Bridgewater, another guy who
I'm okay with him. I'm okay.
If you have a defense and a run game, you can probably win with Teddy.
You know what? You yelled at me on Sunday.
On Sunday?
I thought Melvin Gordon looked faster than I thought he was.
When did I yell at you on Sunday?
You yell at me all the time.
I did not. You said he looks fast, and I never responded to that text because
you did. You make
look at it. I remember that was when I stopped at McDonald's to pee because I was driving home, and the ice cream machine was working, so I got some. I mean, he's a first round pick running back, and you're like, oh, he's fast.
No, I said he's faster than I thought he was. He outran everybody on the Giants.
I mean, he's an NFL athlete.
Okay, fine.
He's an NFL first round pick running back. He's going to outrun some people. But the Giants, I mean, I love it because
Dan Jones fumbled the ball again, Luther.
That's not how you play football. Because the Eagles didn't help their 6-win team make the playoffs. That irked me. Like, Joe Judge, you should be concerned about your 6-win team. That's why you didn't make the playoffs. And you look shitty again.
Win some more games.
Go run some laps challenging a score. You don't challenge a score in the NFL. They automatically review that. So get out of here, Joe Judge.
Are you done with the Giants?
Yeah, I'm down with the Giants. I don't think the Giants are good, and I don't like.
Is that because of Dan Jones?
Yes, I don't think Dan Jones is good, and I don't believe in that.
I don't think I don't think Saquon can help them. I don't. I think they're too bad. And I think they have a decent roster, Luther. But I think Dan Jones is going to sink them.
When you don't have a quarterback, that just takes away from it all.
Okay, so now let's move over to Washington. Fitzpatrick is done. He's hurt, which not shocking, whatever. I think Heineke, is a good player. I really do. I really think he's a good quarterback.
In limited time, we saw that he showed something, but
you're not. Where are you going?
We'll see what happens when.
Where are you going, Luther? With him?
No, I'm saying in limited time he looked decent, but we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen going forward because it's his team now, at least for about 8 weeks.
So I talked to you on Friday. We did a show on Friday, about how we overreact to week 1 and week 2, which is fine. We all do it. Fine. Is this the Eagles-Cowboys division at this point?
And this isn't overreacting to week 1 and week 2. I said before that I thought this was the Cowboys division. I also said that I didn't think the Eagles were nearly as bad as we looked last year. The winner of the division last year had a losing record. So with that being said, I don't think it's an overreaction to think that it's the Eagles and Cowboys division. I already think it's the Cowboys division. As much as I hate the Cowboys, I'm an honest person.
I kind of agree with you.
Cowboys division. Do I think the Eagles can win 9 games? Maybe. Sure. Because I think the other teams can very well go under 500 again. So I don't know, man. I just think but it's overreaction week. So let's overreact. Let's do some overreaction.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Be ridiculous and do some overreactions. And let's say that Jalen Hurts is going to continue to play this way and make the Pro Bowl, and the Eagles are going to go 11-6 and possibly be in a run for the division at the end of the year because the Cowboys always manage to blow some games that they should win.
Yeah.
So let's do an overreaction and say, sure, this is the Eagles and Cowboys division.
Yeah, I think right now, to me, depending on what the Eagles can do, it's the Cowboys division right now. I mean, now the Cowboys, it's easy to say the Cowboys division blows, but they also just played Tom Brady. So you're not playing Tom Brady every week.
Yeah. I don't even
just
know
saying
what to say about that. It's again, it's back to week 1 again. You can beat anybody any week.
True.
You also can't. I know they lost by a field goal at the end of the game, and there's the phantom pass interference that people want to talk about, where there was actually defensive holding. But do they forget that Godwin fumbled actually going into the end zone? The game would have been done, So I still think it's the Cowboys division, and I think I'll just leave it at that because I have a nasty taste in my mouth after saying that a couple of times. All right.
So let's go on to the Seahawks and the Colts.
Like we have a question from Karen Snyder Brown.
My favorite.
Give me your honest opinion about last night's game. She's talking about obviously the Braves and the
Raiders and the
Ravens. Not the Braves and Marlins?
No, I don't want to talk about baseball.
Oh, my bad. She's talking about the Raiders and the Ravens. Honest opinion about last night's game is it was exciting.
It was fun.
Overtime game as the last game of the week. Now, Karen, she looks like she's a Ravens fan, so I know she's not happy with the outcome. But when you have that many injuries at crucial positions, it's going to hurt. It really is going to hurt and deplete your team because it's always the next man up, and that next guy is usually pretty talented. But when you're on that fourth guy, the drop off from 1 to 4 is usually pretty steep. The fourth guy, they can still play, but first game of the season on the road. They made too many mistakes. I thought
when Le'Veon's on your practice squad, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, whatever. when first half, Lamar Jackson looked really good, and of course, every time he does something, everyone is going to say, "See, I told you they hadn't figured him out," or "See, he throws out of the pocket." I think it's stupid. I think it's overblown. They continue to do this, and he's an MVP quarterback, right? But whatever. I thought he looked terrible in the second half. I thought he was careless with the ball. I thought he was lazy with his passes. I mean, you can't stand there in the pocket, pumping the ball, and then sidearm everything and miss wide open guys. If you have guys wide open on 2nd and 10 for 5, 6, 7 yards, you got to make the throws. I thought he missed a ton of easy throws last night, right? But one big problem with the Ravens, and it's going to continue to show, because this guy was not good with the Steelers last year, the right tackle. They traded their right tackle, Zeus's son, Brown.
Villanueva?
The Ravens traded their left tackle right tackle to the Chiefs because he wanted to be a left tackle. What's his name? Brown.
Ronnie Stanley?
Brown. I said Brown.
All right, don't yell at me, Luther. I don't like being yelled at.
You remember Zeus that threw the flag into
Orlando Brown?
Yes, Orlando Brown Jr. They traded Orlando Brown to the Chiefs, and they replaced him with Villanueva, who got absolutely destroyed again last night.
He was with the Eagles. He was actually a defensive lineman with the Eagles.
Yeah, I know that.
Sorry. Okay.
For a good while, and he was bad last year. And they decided that he was their replacement at right tackle, and he's not it. Unless he makes some improvement, he's not it. The Raiders were resilient, man. My God, how do you turn it over? Oh, 2nd and goal, man. 3rd and goal.
I know.
I loved it though, because their coach gets under my skin.
I can't stand Gruden. Can't stand him.
He gets under my skin. I tell you what.
Wait. Do you want to tell the Gruden story?
No, I don't.
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
Next episode.
Let's talk about Darren Waller.
You're not going to tell the Gruden story.
I'm not talking about. I'll tell the Gruden story.
I'm not telling my Red Man story until you tell the Gruden story.
I'll tell the Gruden story. I thought it was fantastic. But Darren Waller, bro, he's tight end nowadays, right? Hey, I'm not as good as those guys, but my goodness, when you get 85,000 targets like Christian Joseph.
Well, your problem was never talent; it was opportunity. It was like, all right, well, Chad Lewis is our guy, so Luther, sit your ass on the bench. That's what it was.
Chad was a Pro Bowler. Love the guy.
I agree with it, but I'm saying the way that teams are set up, the offenses are set up nowadays, and you and I have talked about this a million times. Your ass would have been out there.
So nowadays, I ran into was that Cecil Martin? Maybe.
Wait, you talked to Cecil?
I ran into him randomly years ago.
Oh, I haven't talked to him in a while, but he's a friend of mine.
Small world. Cecil said, "Man,
Cecil, my dude.
You were born like 8-10 years too early. They use those receiving tight ends these days."
Cecil said that?
Yeah.
No, I love Cecil.
But hey, it is what it is, man. I'm happy to have enjoyed 5 years in that thing,
which is more than anybody else gets.
But I'm going to disagree with you. I think the problem was talent. I mean, I was just a guy. I was a backup. I'm okay with that. I think I had enough talent to do more, but I'm okay with that.
I really don't think it was talent, Luther. And believe me, I'm not one to kiss your ass. Believe me, I'll be the first one to tell you you're a piece of shit.
Oh, you are grounded. You're grounded.
No, I'm dead serious. I really think it was a one tight end system back then.
Yeah.
And then once Aaron Hernandez came in, people were like, "Oh, Gronk and Hernandez." Now we got two guys out here. I think you would have. I think your career would have been different. I really do.
Hernandez was a killer, man.
Literally. Oh gosh, did I say that out loud?
Listen, it's funny. I want to tell a quick story. There's a guy. I walked onto Furman's basketball team, and there was a guy I played with. His name was Jeff Sexton from Memphis, Tennessee.
Is that the dude from the Cheap Shots group?
Yes, and he has an enormous head, just an enormous head. And we're no longer friends anymore because I'm pretty sure his wife wants to leave him for me.
Oh, so you know for a fact he's listening to this, is what you're saying. That's exactly what you're saying.
I'm hoping he's listening right now. I think we should move on because this is
all right. So let's move on. And Luther, you're obviously you played for the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk Panthers. The Panthers 5 points over the Jets, 19-14. The Jets are absolute hot garbage all the time.
I thought. Listen,
were you proud of the Panthers? Did you see the Panthers? Were you proud of them? Are the Jets that bad?
I didn't see the game because I was at the Eagles game.
Oh, that's true. Right.
But a win is a win. It's hard to win in the NFL, and apparently the Jets have improved from what I've been.
They didn't win.
Been reading. No, they didn't win, but they had the number 2 pick in the draft, so they sucked. But apparently the Jets improved on last year. So to answer your question, yes, I am. The Panthers have a new quarterback. The Jets,
the Jets' old quarterback,
who threw a 57 yards touchdown to the Jets' old wide receiver,
Robbie Anderson,
and my fantasy receiver. So I was pretty happy with that. Listen, you hold a team to 14 points. I think your defense is pretty happy, right?
Yeah, I mean it's the Jets, but okay, fine.
All right. Well, if
let's move on. Let's go Vikings Bengals, which was an overtime game that went down to the last few seconds.
Yeah, and it sucks, man, because we're doing this, and usually I can talk about the game because I'm sitting here on DirecTV, Red Zone, split screen in the basement, and I didn't get to see a lot of the games because I was at the game.
I was driving from Ocean City, New Jersey to Allentown, so I didn't get to.
But you and I both picked the Vikings to win that game, by the way.
I think that was a safe pick.
I thought that was a safe pick.
Burrow looked good.
Listen, I enjoy seeing Burrow come back from his knee injury like that.
I do too. I do
stand watching players get hurt. I don't care who they play for. I don't care.
Oh, Sexton showed up. Jesus Christ.
It sucks. And Jeff is don't indulge him. But yeah, even like Dak, when Dak Prescott got hurt last year, people were making memes with his broken ankle and this. I didn't think they were funny.
I don't either.
I didn't think they were funny at all. I don't think injuries are funny at all. Like you don't make jokes about injuries. But listen, I thought I didn't think the Bengals were any good, and I at least thought the Vikings were. But you know what? Were the Vikings any good last year?
Middle of the road. I mean, and then with like the Bengals,
they weren't that good last year. So I think we're giving a little bit too much to the Vikings, maybe. And
I was kind of excited that Jamar Chase showed up.
Jamar Chase.
He couldn't catch a cold in the preseason.
He looked like Jamar Chase. He did take a whole season off.
He did. I agree. And he said recently that catching an NFL football is well, you know what? You tell me, Luther. Is catching an NFL football different than college?
Listen, you have to get used to the ball having a stripe and not having a stripe, but to me, that sounds like. Listen, he gave a reason.
A cop out? Does that sound like a cop out?
I don't think he was making an excuse. I think he was giving a reason, but I think that's
a little cop out. I'm asking you, was it a cop out?
No, it wasn't different at all for me.
Okay, so it's a little bit of a cop out.
Everyone's different. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he wears glasses. Maybe he wears contacts. Maybe he just had to get used to it. dude, people get nervous. It doesn't matter how good you are.
Yeah.
When you go from one level to the other, especially to the highest level, you're you're going to have problems. And I'm going to agree with Christian here. One of our viewers, Christian Joseph, said, if that's a struggle, that's got to stay internal. Yes, keep that to yourself.
You probably just keep it quiet.
Go ahead and keep that to yourself, man. But yeah, Vikings win. T. Higgins scored another touchdown. Go Tigers.
Oh, you love your T. Higgins.
Yeah, I wanted the Eagles to take T. Higgins.
So here, you know what, and Luther, and I want you to comment on this. There was a few major surprises. We talked about the Eagles-Falcons. That was I don't care what anyone says. That was a major surprise. No one said 32-6 for the Eagles-Falcons. Fine. Cardinals stomped the crap out of the Titans in Tennessee.
So we talked about this game last week, and you were like,
who did I pick?
You picked the Cardinals.
Did I really?
I said,
oh my God, I'm so
home.
awesome. I'm so awesome.
Run game and defense, they're at home, and you were like, well, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes Henry doesn't get a lot of runs.
That's true. That's true. If he doesn't get burned.
That's true, but it wasn't even that. They just their left. Chandler Jones had 5 sacks.
5 sacks.
Chandler Jones had 5 sacks.
It was too
Chandler
much.
Jones had 5 sacks. Can I say that one more time? Mm-hmm. My goodness, he had 5 sacks.
Yeah,
he dominated Taylor Lewan.
DeAndre got a pair.
I got my ass handed. Wait, can I say that?
Ass is fine.
I got it handed to me. And he exposed me, and I have to be better. And he does. Guess what? It's just one loss. It only counts as one loss.
I get it. I get it.
That was ugly. It was ugly. That looked.
Do you think the Cardinals are good?
I thought the Cardinals were a good team last year. They were in a tough division.
They're not a bad team, but do you think they're good?
Not a bad team. I think the Cardinals might be good, dude.
Kyler Murray scares me. Kyler Murray
scares me as a defense because that kid can play. Dude, I'm sorry. Kyler Murray does not give me a problem at quarterback. That kid could play.
Okay.
Yeah. So So let's talk about the after the game.
Wait. Who did you? Hold on. Someone says you guys may know this, but Chandler Jones is John Bones Jones' brother.
Yes.
Can you imagine them dogging each other growing up?
Yeah, they probably.
And he's a Kyler Murray fan too. Okay.
I think it's 3 of them. Yeah, those brothers are talented, man. But did you see what Mike Vrabel said about Julio Jones?
Didn't he say something like we have to stop that stupid crap? Essentially, something like that.
15-yard penalty or something.
Yes, and he said something like we have to stop being stupid. But it was directed at Julio.
Oh, he wasn't mincing words. It was directed at Julio. It's like, ooh, nice debut, Julio. Of course, his toe's gonna be hurt next week. He'll be out for 3 or 4 games.
That was the sore big thumb. So let's go to the next game. The Niners and the Lions. A friend of mine was texting me because I was on the road and listening to the radio.
Yeah,
and he's like, "I'll tell you right now, the Lions blow." And then by the time I got home and I got the TV on, here come the Lions.
The Lions did blow, and the 49ers took their foot off the gas or whatever, and they made it a game, but they didn't look. They got the scores like 38-3 at one point, I think.
Yeah,
They were horrible. But listen, the NFL games, hey, 60 minutes or however long it is.
You know what, Luther? Let me stop you right there. Do you hate Goff? I mean, everyone that I talk to, like, Goff is garbage. I don't see him as garbage. He was in the Super Bowl
last week when I said that I thought the Rams got better at quarterback. You asked me why do I hate Goff? Listen, just because I think Scarlett Johansson is hotter than Jessica Biel doesn't mean I hate Jessica Biel. Right. I just said I thought Matt Stafford was better. And I thought that Jared Goff regressed. That's what I said. I don't think he's hot garbage. I think he regressed, man. And he was paid like a top guy. And I think he regressed. That's all I'm saying about him.
Okay.
I don't think he's hot garbage. I think he's a starting quarterback. There are guys that.
Do you think Stafford's that much better? Do you really?
Stafford's better than him? Yes, I think.
Yeah,
so.
he's better. He's that much better.
I think Stafford's. Dude, I thought Jared Goff regressed. I'll say it. I'll keep saying it. I thought he steadily declined. I thought so. My opinion is he was slowly but surely going downhill. But whatever. I don't want to talk about Jared Goff anymore.
All right, that's fine. We'll move to the next game, which is
let's talk about. We're going to talk about Jared Goff.
Oh, we're gonna get there. But right now, another shocker. I shouldn't say shocker, but a surprise. The Steelers went into Buffalo and knocked them off.
Well,
that's a little surprising to me.
That's a little surprising to me, but the Steelers are so consistent.
They are. They're Steelers.
They never stink. And they had a year last year where they just couldn't run the ball. They made changes on their offensive line. They drafted a running back, and they still play defense.
I know.
The Steelers still play defense. They draft so well on the defense.
Or it's very rare. And one of the things that I love about the Steelers is that they don't piss away draft picks in trade, but they did for Micah Fitzpatrick. Because they're like, yo, this dude could play.
They got a guy,
so they went and got Micah Fitzpatrick.
Yes,
and and like you said, they draft guys like T.J. Watt. I mean, he's an animal.
Yeah.
I mean, but I didn't think Big Ben had it in him to get over the. But you know what? And again, this is where we overreact. Luther, this is where we overreact. Maybe the Bills aren't that good.
Or maybe it's week one, bro.
Maybe it's just week one game.
Maybe the Bills go 14-3.
You're right.
It's week one, and it's the NFL, man. Some good teams are going to lose each week.
No, I agree with you.
The Bucs probably should have lost at home.
Mm-hmm.
Probably should have lost at home.
And if it was week 8, you'd be like, oh, shit happens.
And if it was week 8, we would be like, oh, yeah, they won a game.
But week 1, we like to overhype everything because that's what we all do. We all do it, and we all do it.
I don't do that. I'm perfect.
Beside you, Luther, who is perfect. You know what? This Browns-Chiefs game, gotta love you, bro. I mean, like this is classic good stuff, man.
The other night, I said the Browns can go in there and win, and you were like, please, not at Arrowhead. And I was like, remember the playoff game? And I think the Browns are legit. I think the Browns are legit. I think the Browns can win the Super Bowl.
I think the Browns are legit, but I will stand by, not because the Chiefs won, but I will stand by going into Arrowhead ain't a joke. It's not fun.
It's not, but we can listen to the show. You were like, whatever.
Dude, I was also high on meth, and who knows what I said at that point. I mean, the amount of methamphetamine that I was on, it's just, oof.
You're a racist druggie.
Yeah, I am a total. You know what? I am a total racist. But you know what? And this is what bothers me about this cancel culture. Just because I discriminate against black people doesn't make me a racist. I'm pro-gay and pro-women and Latina and Asian.
Just stop before you get canceled. Hey, but the Browns, man. I think the Browns can win the Super Bowl. I know that sounds crazy because they've stunk so bad for so long. I think the Browns can win the Super Bowl. And sorry, Karen, I think this year is the Browns' year to win the division. Top the Ravens and the Steelers to win that division.
The Ravens are going to be a problem. That's fine.
The Ravens,
they're good enough. They're good enough, Luther. They're good enough.
They're unhealthy though.
Oh my God, their running back situation, Jesus Lord.
Dude,
J.K. Dobbins and everybody's like, yep, torn ACL, torn ACL, torn ACL.
Dude, you can't come back from that. You just can't come back from that so often.
They have Le'Veon Bell on their practice squad.
Right. We'll see, man. So
here's probably the biggest surprise of the week. Okay. I think the Eagles Falcons was a big surprise of the week for everyone. This has got to be the biggest one, Luther.
Who?
The Saints beating the Packers 38-3.
Listen,
my God.
Heisman Jameis is back. Aaron Rodgers is really trying to get that Jeopardy hosting job.
Let's stop for a second. Aaron Rodgers, I mean, and you know what, Luther you and I got into a big time argument over the Panthers and Broncos Super Bowl about Cam. I know you're a Cam fan.
I'm not.
I like Cam. I like Cam. I've always said though, I think he's a little bit of a Nancy. And
don't be.
You got so mad at me. Probably accused me of being a racist.
It was in combination with everyone else. They were so concerned with how Cam dresses, how this, that, and they were saying how terrible of a person he is. And I
no,
here.
not
I
me, not me.
No, I told you it was a combination of things. It was everybody else. It was everything about how terrible. I'm like, this dude does food drives, Christmas drives, this, that, and the other. Like. Yes,
and maybe Aaron Rodgers does too, but he seems like a Nancy.
Computer when he was 17 and got kicked out of Florida, and that's it. That's all they wanted to talk about at that point. And him being
but I think Aaron Rodgers is a Nancy. I think he's a passive aggressive.
What's a Nancy? What the hell is a Nancy?
I think he's a passive aggressive baby. I think he's a baby.
I don't think Cam Newton is passive aggressive at all.
No, I'm talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Well, you said that's what a Nancy was. Well, I don't think.
No. I got that feeling from Cam, and now I'm getting it from Aaron Rodgers for the last several years.
I think he's aggressive. I don't think he's passive aggressive at all.
Okay, so then he's aggressive.
I think he's a superstar, and he's decided that I can say what I want to say, and some guys can get away with it. I'm sorry. I know people always go, yeah, but if that was so-and-so, they wouldn't be there. Correct. That LeBron is not missing the play-in game because he went to a party over the COVID rules. If that was Luther, he would be kicked out of the league. Listen.
But doesn't Aaron come across, Aaron come across as a whiner?
Super arrogant, and I love it. I'm kidding. I don't.
No. I get you. I just think that the way that team played on Sunday.
Relax.
Yep, Aaron.
16-1. Relax.
Aaron's about to get sent down to Principal Oshag Hennessy's office.
Apparently, he needs his LASIK because skinny LASIK crab leg man is about to get paid. Jameis went off. Jameis got his eyes fixed. Jameis is throwing the deep ball. He is throwing to the right uniform. Jameis
for now
learned in the past 2 years.
For now, and I'm a Florida State fan, so I was a Jameis fan.
I hate it. I'm a Clemson fan.
Yeah, I know.
I like to see the guy improve. I like it. I like to see the improvement. I like it.
I do too. I mean, 5 touchdowns and
he completed like 12 passes the other night.
He was 148, I think, is what he threw for.
Listen, he was good. He was good the other night. I can't believe how bad the Packers look.
So here's my question: do you think Aaron's bad attitude permeated through the rest of the roster?
I don't know if his bad attitude permeated the rest of the roster, but his bad performance did.
Well, that's sure as shit. Yeah, okay.
I mean, again, this is also the preseason for a lot of the guys. People aren't.
I agree. So we have to be real careful. Huh?
Listen, it's just like college. I want to see the freaking polls start in week 4 or 5. In the NFL, we can discuss it all we want. It won't matter until the end. It won't matter until the end. We can do as many polls as we want. Someone's going to have a better record, and they're going to make the playoffs. So
no, I agree. And our mutual friend Sean Landetta always says it every year. Every year, he's like, you know what? There's some team lurking around 5-6, 6-6 that nobody's talking about right now.
And then everybody
that's going to make their run.
And they're going to completely forget about week one's blowout.
I agree. I agree. And Sean's always right because he's smarter than I am. Broncos and Giants.
We already talked about that game. Why are we going back to that? Can we go to the Colts?
Do you want to talk about Jerry Jeudy? Okay. All right. No. All right. Dolphins and Patriots. The Patriots are officially. You know what? If the argument over Belichick versus Brady and who's more important, if that's not over now, please can it be over?
Always more important. I really don't want to shit on Belichick because Brady is great.
And Belichick's a genius too. I'm not knocking Belichick.
I don't want to have that either or. I hate it. You know I do. You know I hate it. I mean, Tom is great. Tom is arguably the greatest player to ever play the game.
Yeah, probably is. 7.
Belichick has
Super Bowl.
6 or 7.
Brady has 7.
Belichick has 7.
He's at 6.
He
didn't win last.
Giants.
Huh? If you're talking about like his defensive coordinator stuff, sure. He got 2 with them.
They didn't win 2?
Yeah, his second one is when he got the head coaching job with the Browns. And he cut Bernie Kosar in favor of Todd Philcox. What?
Not win 2 with Parcells. Huh? They didn't win 2 with Parcells.
Yes, they did. 86 and 91. No, I'm sorry, 86 and 90. They beat the Broncos and they beat the Bills with the Scott Norwood kick.
They beat the Broncos. Oh, yes, they did.
Yeah, let's not question my NFL history, please. I just wish we wouldn't do that.
Oh my God, you got one thing right.
One thing? You want to keep going? You want to keep going, Luther? You got yourself another Sunday right there, another Saturday right there. What movie is that from?
It doesn't matter.
You don't know?
It's not working.
I'll give you the answer to that, Mr. Bender, next Saturday.
What?
Breakfast Club?
I didn't hear you again.
No, you're lying to me. I'll give you the answer to that question, Mr. Bender, next Saturday.
Molly Ringwald could. Never mind.
16 Candles, Breakfast Club. Come on, we grew up with that.
Listen, I had a Molly Ringwald crush. Also,
we all did. Not Ali Sheedy though. Not Ali Sheedy.
No, you sounded so white right now.
Am I getting?
And back to football. All right.
Hold on. Next game, we already. You know what?
Seahawks Colts. Can we?
No. We already went over that. But before we go back
we did not touch on Wentz at all.
Okay. Before we get back to that, we were talking Dolphins Patriots. What's your Tua take?
I think Tua is okay. I
get the same feeling.
I listen, when Clemson beat them in the championship game, I looked out there and saw a guy. I was like, can he get off the first guy? He just they made him look so bad that game, and I started to go, maybe he's not the next, right? And then the next season came. Of course, he got hurt, but I just thought, I don't think he's the next. I don't think he's that guy. I think just
gun to your head right now. Hurts or Tua?
Gun to my head right now.
Gun to your head right now.
Hurts. Okay. I think Hurts looks like a better quarterback.
Okay. Because I'll tell you right now, the decision to take Tua over Herbert ain't looking good. Well, Herbert's a stud.
Of course. Herbert's a stud. Herbert's showing he's a stud. In a few years, somebody's going to say, wow, I can't believe you took Trevor Lawrence number 1 if he doesn't look like the guy. So
in a few years, maybe in like a week.
Well, of course they're going to say that in a week, and it won't mean anything to me. I'm talking about in a few years when you really know.
Right.
I mean, because he's playing for a coach right now. They clearly don't look like they can run an NFL offense. I think that's going to hurt Trevor as well. I wanted him to not play for Urban Meyer in the NFL.
So we're going back to the Seahawks and the Colts. Boy,
back to them.
Russell chucked 4 of them, huh?
Russell chucked 4 of them again, and my guy caught 2 more touchdowns, and I could not get him on any fantasy teams because I can't sneak up and get him anymore. What's his name?
Lockett.
His dad played when I played.
Wait, who was his dad to play with you?
Played when I played. His dad is played cornerback in the league from Kansas State. Oh God, what's his name? Hey Siri, what's Tyler Lockett's dad's name?
Let's see if this works.
So far this season, Tyler Lockett has 4 receptions for 100 yards.
I didn't ask you that, Siri. you don't do shit right.
It's not what I asked you, Siri.
Okay, Google. What's Tyler Lockett's dad's name?
Ricardo Lockett?
Kevin Lockett. He was a receiver.
Wasn't there a Ricardo Lockett?
No, it's not Ricardo. His dad's
it should
name
be. It should be.
Chiefs. He got drafted by the Chiefs. Kevin Lockett.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Both Kansas State guys. Anyways, that guy's a stud, man.
So Eagles fans are hoping that Carson Wentz plays well enough to stay in the game, but not well enough to win.
No. I don't care if he wins, right? I don't want him to be terrible. I just want him to play enough for us to get our pick.
That's what I'm saying, but there's wins tied to that.
If he plays 75% of the plays, it doesn't matter if he wins.
Okay, it's one of two things, right? Okay.
If he plays 70% of the plays and they make the playoffs, then it's the same thing. But anyways,
so the Seahawks went in and won.
They took an L.
Did we already went over the Steelers and the Bills? We already went that.
It appears you do not want to talk about the Colts and Carson Wentz.
What do you want to talk about?
Did you watch the game?
No.
That's probably
you didn't either. You were at the Eagles game.
You don't know if I watched it on
You didn't. I was in the car listening to the radio.
NFL Network when I got home the other day.
Okay, so what did you learn about the Colts game?
Yeah, we're not talking about next week yet. We're doing another show this week.
We'll do that later.
Whoever that is trying to get us to bet. Looks like who is that?
I think it's our bosses.
That's our bosses. Biden over there.
Mr. Producer. Oh my God, Venner.
Listen, all right, yeah. We're going to do another show this week. We wanted to put some time into this week.
Yeah.
But you know what? Let's quickly run down the rest of the games. What did we miss? Bears and Rams. How long before
Bears and Rams? I thought it was already too late. I mean, again, I like Fitzpatrick. To me, he is a.
Fitzpatrick does not play for the Bears or the Rams, but Andy Dalton does.
Andy Dalton, he's the same white guy.
White guys aren't the same. Gosh, listen,
I'm such a racist. This is my problem with racism. Andy Dalton is Ryan Fitzpatrick. He is. He's a good placeholder. That's it. That's all he is. And this is not. Okay, so Luther, when you were with the Eagles in '99, Doug Peterson was a placeholder for Donovan McNabb. That's not the reality of life anymore in the NFL.
Correct.
You throw him in there. You throw Trey Lance in there. You throw Fields in there. Trevor Lawrence. You're in. You're in
because you can win with young guys now.
There's no more. I mean, Aaron Rodgers sat for 3 years. That is not life anymore.
There's no patience.
No. So Fields is going to get in there sooner rather than later because I mean, how much? First of all, Luther, it's people say, well, the fans won't have patience for this. You think the coaches will? This is their livelihood. How long do you think they're going to sit and lose games?
How long do you think they're going to sit and lose games, bro?
No.
Listen,
This is like, all right, either you go in there and win or my ass is out of here.
I agree, Christian. Why are they entertaining Dalton? Why? What is he? What? When they signed him this offseason, I laughed. I was like, you may as well have kept Mitch if you're going to do that.
Or keep Foles as your number one guy. You're going to tell me that Andy Dalton is a better seat warmer than Nick Foles, who's already on the roster.
Already on the roster, and you go put $10 million into someone else. It's not my money.
I get it. But it's just...
I don't. You get it, I don't.
No, I get that it's not your money. I get that part.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Listen,
what is Andy Dalton doing for you?
I'm energized right now, right? And we've already gone through these games. I know I cut you off. We might as well go through week 2.
Well, we're not. We did Ravens Raiders, right? We're good.
No, week 2.
I'm just making sure we went through week 1, Luther.
Yeah,
you're a little too rambunctious.
I'm asking you a question. Are you okay going through week 2 right now?
I would wait for the next show because we need stuff to do.
We need stuff to do. We could talk about let's see. We can do week 2 next episode. Fine, I'll do that.
That's what I would do. I'm just trying to think. Is there anything we haven't discussed or haven't gone
There's
over?
nothing we haven't discussed, but I do want to, before we end the show, because we can talk a little bit. It's not like we have commercials. Let's talk about 2 things. I was going to get to that. Injuries. I want to talk
our bosses said do week 2 next episode. And you know what ball breakers they are. They are nasty to us.
They haven't paid me yet. Listen, let's talk about week 1 injuries, man. The first injury I want to talk about is
Judy,
the Redskins quarterback.
Ooh, you know what?
How unlucky are they?
Are they worse off with it Heineke?
I don't know. We don't know.
He's okay. I think he's okay.
We've got a guy who's young, who hasn't had a lot of snaps. We don't know. What if he's Brady? I know. Well, we don't know. That's what I'm saying. We don't know, but we'll see. But it just sucks. That's their guy. That's their guy that they thought was their starter. It sucks. I hate when guys get hurt, man. I'm sorry.
No, I agree. It's a big deal, but I don't think that kid is bad.
A good guy. He just seems like a good dude. So
Fitzpatrick?
Yeah. He just
he does. He does.
Dude.
I agree.
Yeah, that blows, man.
And then Judy is out 4 to 6.
Judy. He hurt his high ankle sprain.
Not good.
That's
good.
not good.
Nope.
It's 4 to 6 weeks, but then he's a speed guy. You aren't getting your speed back until week 16. It sucks, man.
Or even getting comfortable.
You remember when Donovan broke his leg? They were happy that Donovan had a break and not a sprain because it was a clean break.
A clean crack.
Sprain.
Yeah.
Sprains suck.
And even when and if anyone
just stretched out and it doesn't heal, that bone can heal, right? That ligament is just like.
And even anyone that wants to dispute his injury or whatever, when Rondé Barber was running the ball back, and it was like people were walking out of the stands as Rondé Barber was running the ball back in the 2002 NFC Championship game. Watch Donovan try and track him down. He couldn't run.
He was disputing his injury.
Just maybe not disputing his injury, but he came back. He was still hurt, is my point.
Oh, yeah, he was still hurt.
He was still hurt.
But whatever. Let's go to another injury. Who else got hurt this week? We had a ruptured Achilles for Jeff Okudah. Jeff Okudah, is that his name? The number 3 pick from last year's draft, who was
for the Lions?
Be a bust. He was bad last year.
He's not. I don't think he's very good.
He started out not so great and torn Achilles. That's a problem for a cornerback, man.
That's not good news. And I don't know if you saw Raheem Mostert, who was a former Eagle,
Out for the season?
Out for the season. He's a really, really, really talented player. He can't stay healthy.
This was his chance. This was his chance to show, and now he's out for the season.
And so, Luther, you know as well as anyone, just being in the league yourself, I don't know how many chances you get.
You don't get a lot of chances, bro.
Yeah.
It's like winning the lottery and losing your ticket sometimes when you get hurt and you can't get back in. Especially if you're a guy like me. Say me. Like, if I get cut, it's harder to get back in than it was to get in the first place.
Right.
Because you were already in and they already see he's good. He's not a star. I don't care if he comes to my team or not. Let me get a new guy and see how good he can be. It doesn't matter for a guy like me. So, but if Tony Gonzalez gets hurt, it's like, we'll wait him out.
We'll figure it out.
We'll wait him out. Matter of fact, we'll even pay him while he's hurt. We'll give him an extension while he's hurt. He's Tony Gonzalez.
And I think
can we give him per diem to drive home, like gas money? Like,
well, even guys like, and I think we mentioned it. We may have mentioned this on the last show. Like a guy like Elijah Holyfield, who's Evander Holyfield's son, and you're watching him in preseason. You're like, this guy can run. He can play. There's so many running backs that can play. There's so many. There's just
Micah,
sorry, dude. Sorry.
Can I turn left a little bit?
Yeah.
All right. Whatever you wanted to say. Why in the hell was Evander Holyfield fighting this weekend?
Let's okay.
What is he? 58?
Luther, I'm going to go here right now. Right. Just when I first heard that Mike Tyson was fighting Roy Jones Jr., and I was like, all right, I'll check that out, And then you see what it is. It's a complete promo fight, garbage. I'm sorry. Boxing, I want to see you beat pardon my language. I want to see you beat the crap out of each other. And if you're not going to do that, then I'm not going to watch it. And that's what this is. Mayweather against whatever his name was.
Did you see it, though? Did you see it?
No.
Dude,
I wouldn't pay for that, Luther.
Did you see it? You didn't have to.
Did you? Did you pay for it?
Dude, it was on It was on highlights. That's how short it was. And you listen to him talk. It's a shame that they let that guy get into the ring. They should be sued. I hope he's not hurt.
But they're not even trying, Luther. It's like when they had Tyson fight Roy Jones Jr., and they're like, it's a draw. Get out of here with that crap. I'm not paying for that.
But that's not my point. I agree with you, but I don't. Since you didn't see it, I don't think you can get my point, dude.
Okay, fine.
See, Kristen is right. Evander was cooked, dude. He looks.
He's 58. Of course he is.
Micah, he's a 58-year-old boxer. He looked done. He looked, and you listen to him talk, you feel bad. It's like, why would you let a granddad enter the ring who looks like he has dementia? That's what it looked like. It was so bad, bro.
Look, I am not disputing anything you're saying. I just wonder, how long are these types of fights going to go on?
They're going to continue to go on as long as they make money. And
you're right. No, you're right.
Dude, if they're going to pay, they're going to make money. And you know what? Some of these guys are probably needing the money.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I just wonder, when does the public catch on?
Catch on? The public doesn't care. They want to see a fight. They don't care.
I don't. I like boxing. I really do. I'm a boxing fan. And if you want to talk about boxing, we can talk about boxing. I'm not watching that crap, Luther.
You're the minority, dude. People want to see bullshit. People don't care. They'll watch that. They'll watch porn stars come out and box. They don't care.
You will?
Drunk on Saturday night, and they say, hey, there's a porn star fight on. It's pay-per-view. It's $99. I'm going to put it on the big screen. And guys watch it. And girls, just watch stuff. Sorry.
No, it's all right. We're relatively well behaved, so we're okay.
Yeah. Typically, I curse a lot more.
But I do think somebody's got to have a breaking point where you're like, no, I'm not paying $100 to see two guys slap each other in the face, and at the end of it, for them to say, oh, well, it's a draw. the hell out of here with that. I want to. I want to watch legitimate boxing.
You want to do what?
I want to watch legitimate boxing.
Rock watch. What's rock watch?
Maybe I misspoke. Okay.
Have you been drinking?
Yeah, I'm wasted, Luther. I'm not the one with the frickin' bourbon over there.
I can handle myself. And you have on a terrible hat too.
You love this hat. F your Braves. F them so hard. I hate them so much. I hate them. I might hate the Braves more than I hate the Cowboys.
Why?
There's something about them. The Braves and the Redskins have always just get out of here with that crap. I hate you.
Is it because we win so much?
Yes, that's part of it. It started with Smoltz, Glavine, and Avery.
Yes.
That's where it started. And I think what's his name came out of that. Your third baseman came out of that at the same time. Chipper.
All right,
Larry.
Listen, since we don't have time, I was thinking about coming back and telling the Gruden story, but I'm not. I'm gonna save that for the.
No, we're gonna save it for next time. We gotta wrap it up because
we gotta wrap it up. But before we wrap it up, I'm gonna ask you a random question.
Oh God.
No, it's a good one, and I'm actually looking at my phone because I don't want to miss anyone. Have I ever told you
how much you love me?
No, that's your mom, dude. Chill.
Why would you?
Listen, have I ever told you what my favorite movie is?
No.
All right. I'm going to let you guess, and I'm gonna just give you one guess. We're not going to be here all day. And it's a movie that didn't do well in the box office, but it was a movie that I believe it was written. I know it wasn't directed by Quentin Tarantino.
Okay.
And that's the only hint I'm giving you. It was around our high school years.
All right, so I have to figure it out for the next show?
No, right now, because I'm going to go through the cast right quick. And I'll give you one guess, and I'll give you one character in the movie. James Gandolfini.
Okay. James Gandolfini.
James was in there. Yes.
I absolutely do not know that.
You have no idea because it was just a big character. True Romance.
Oh, that was a big one, actually.
Dude, it was not a box office hit. It was a Tarantino movie. I believe it was directed by Ridley Scott. But the fucking cast. The cast of that movie. Dude, Patricia Arquette, Kristen Slater, Gary Oldman, Gandolfini, Christopher Walken, Dennis Hopper, Brad Pitt, Michael Rappaport, Chris Penn, Jack Black, Tom Sizemore, Bronson Pinchot.
Wow.
Sal Rubinek. Dude,
I do know that was a pretty big movie. By the way,
dude, that movie is nuts. Tony Scott is the director. Bro, so I'm gonna give you guys homework this week. If you haven't seen that movie, go check out True Romance.
I know the movie. I don't think I've seen it, but it is bigger than you think.
Michael, watch that for me. Just watch.
I will do that.
I mean, I love that movie, dude. It just
True Romance.
Okay. Caught me off guard. I just read it was on one night, maybe on HBO or something, and I caught it like kind of from the beginning. And I was like, screw it, I'm gonna watch this. I'm home by myself. I'm bored, and I'm like, why haven't I heard about this movie? This is a '93 movie, college freshman year for me. So I know that's a pretty boring ending, but I wanted to end on that note because I wanted to give you some homework.
Oh, that's fine. I love some homework. But we can get out of here, Luther. We always run over more than we were supposed to.
We always do, but that's fine.
So I guess on that note, we will. You want to do it later this week?
Yeah, we could do it later this week, and I know the producers want us to talk about
something besides True Romance.
No, they want us to do gambling because our producers.
All right. All right, so let's
listen. By the end of we're gonna have a intervention with those guys, anyways. We talked about them last week after we hung up. They're addicts. All they want to do is bet on games, and they want us to talk about betting.
We'll discuss the games and the betting. I'm going to let you lead that, though. You all right with that? Oh God. All right, so Luther, until next time, I'm Micah Warren. You're Luther Broughton, and we'll chat soon. All right.
Good night. Yes, I know. We rambled a bit tonight, guys who are listening, but I had to work today. Micah had some errands to run. We didn't get a chance to do a lot of research, and we didn't watch the game this week.
Yeah, and we never do. We're not a pre-production guys.
Kids. But I do watch the game.
We have kids.
I have fun though. I have fun doing this, and but yeah, we'll be better on later on this week, probably, maybe Thursday before the game, maybe Thursday.
Yeah, let's try to do that.
Well, why don't you guys come back?
All right, guys. Look, behave yourselves. We'll be in touch, and thank you for listening. That's all I can say.
Good night.
All right, buddy.